Hey, hey. If you're tuning in, feel free to drop a little comment and let me know where you're watching from. And we're just going to have some chill layer style fun today. And yeah, so hopefully I'll catch some of my regulars on here. And yeah, we're going to have a little gingerbread fun. Excuse me if I had originally intended to stream at 5 today, but I had to push it back just a little bit. And so if some of you guys might have seen, I have a new schedule on my website where I'll put my live stream schedule, and it's attached to my Google Calendar. And so I think you can actually subscribe to it and add it to your calendar, which will be good. And that way also, if I scooch my stream or move it or whatever, you can get notified and all that. But what I'm using today is actually, I'm just going to give a really quick overview. What I'm using today is my gingerbread layer styles. And I created this as a digital product. Lots of the people that follow me already have this. So what it is basically, really you can make this yourself, but obviously when you're doing like a digital collection, what I'm trying to do is save people time and energy. So I created this as a product, and the base of it is a pattern overlay of like gingerbread. Oh, hey, Emma, glad to see you. You have to let me know where you're streaming from. Oh, looks like I might have had a little glitch. Eeks. Hang on just one second. Hopefully my internet will be okay. Sometimes if it has like a little bump or whatever, it's just like a couple minutes, so hang tight with me. Like, fingers crossed we need all the internets today. Okay, I think it's okay. I'm on a little bit of a delay myself. Okay. Okay. Well, if it gets bad, please let me know. But I'm just going to explain the layer styles right now. And maybe I'm just going to zoom this up a little bit here. Okay, so let me just go through the layer styles because I want this to be useful for you guys, even if you don't have these layer styles. So what I did to create the layer styles was basically the main base of it was a pattern overlay, and it was just like making that background texture of like gingerbread, and it's kind of also, you can use it for cookies, what have you. And then all of the other subsequent layer styles is just playing with different bevels and embosses, a little bit of drop shadow, and all of that. So, that way oh my gosh, hopefully my stream is not too bad. That way you can just like take your shapes and just apply it and create these kind of effects like really much faster and more quickly. So I'm trying to save you time. And then also what I did was I created these fun little brushes like for frosting and things like that. So that is really fun. Okay. I'm trying to roll through this. Like, I see that there's a little bit of glitches, so I'm gonna try to just hang tight, and hopefully everything will be good on my internet end. But right here, we're gonna pop over into Photoshop, and let's just see how this is going. Okay. All right. I don't want to like get into it too much until I know that my internet is good here. But I think it's better. Okay. So this was an example of using these layer styles that I did last year. Oh, and please comment if the stream gets bad or something. Please let me know. So what I'm going to do is just show you this one that I did last year using the layer styles. And this was like a really fun exercise for me. And then I'll show you the layer styles, kind of explain a little bit. And then, you know, like that way, if you wanted to create your own gingerbread styles and stuff, you could do them yourself if you want. You know, obviously I created this as a digital product. But so this one was inspired by something I saw on Instagram last year. And it was like a very, it's like a London club called Annabelle's. And like every year for Christmas, they will like decorate the facade. And so this time they made the facade look like a gingerbread. And I thought it was really cute. And I thought it would be really fun inspiration for my gingerbread house. There you can see it as well in like day and night. And I thought it was really pretty. And I think I did a good job of like replicating it. But I'm going to open this one here just so we can, trying to see one that's like a really nice, you know, comparison so that you can see how I did. But sometimes I didn't do things exactly literally, but I actually did it pretty, I think I did a pretty good job. Okay. And really nice. Okay, oops. Let me go my thing. So text me, send me, please message and let me know how your guys' connection is. I'm really hoping that I can ride out the wave of like a little bit of a bad internet. So this is the Annabelles. And then here, and so you've got these like, I think it was sponsored by Swarovski. So you've got these Swarovski here, like the Swarovski icons, and you kind of got these weird crystals which don't really relate to anything. And then, you know, all these gingerbread things. So what I did was I just kind of recreated that, the basic shapes, and then I added my gingerbread layer styles. And let's just look like a side by side here. So I think I did a pretty good job. I think it was cool. And I like the dimensionality. And, you know, like I said, everything is just like drop shadows, bevels and embosses, all that stuff. Oh, hey, Rhoda. Thank you so much. Please, anybody who's paying attention, just text me anytime that the stream is getting really bad. It's just been a little bit iffy here. But this one I was really happy how it turned out. I thought it was fun, and it's just really a matter of applying those layer styles and then, you know, deciding what I want it to be like, you know, the icing, what I wanted to have some trim in like these little, like a accent gingerbreads. And then, but really I didn't have to tweak too much. So it was nice. So that was like a nice, that's like a nice example of what you can do with it. And this one took me like a hot minute. And then I did the little trim around the side. So that was a lot of fun. And so what I was going to show today is, so here's the styles here. And I have them also already loaded into my styles panel. And yeah, we've got all these. So you've got like, this is the background styles, like light through dark. And then you've got the raised styles. You've got colored styles, all different kinds of things. Some icing, some colored styles. Just like a lot of different options. And so it's just fun to like, you know, have some fun with those. So we're going to use my ready-made styles. But like I said, this is all one, it's all based off of one pattern overlay and drop shadows and a little bit of bevels and embosses. And what I did was I took out all the guesswork for you. So I went ahead and like tweaked until I got this system that worked really good. But what we're going to do today is take a little shortcut and grab some Adobe stock and drop it into our document. So I'm going to pop over here. Oh, and by the way, here, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys like this. This is the little, I made a little TikTok just kind of showing the effects in action. So you can do that. And then also what I did was a lot of these little accents were created with the brushes that I made. So like the trims and the hearts and all that kind of stuff, which that was like a lot of fun. So that's my TikTok. So let's pop over to Adobe Stock. And I want to also like really emphasize to you guys that there is a lot of free Adobe stock going on. And so honestly, it's like my new place that I go to for um, free images, like way more than Unsplash. And you can filter a lot better. So like what I did was I typed in gingerbread with vectors and I found this one. Now, one thing that I will like point out to you on the Adobe thing is that the download file type by default is a JPEG. And I actually downloaded the JPEG and thought, okay, I can't get the vector on the free version or something. And so I was like, what? But I was like, okay, I can work around it. And then I saw the settings and then I saw that I could download the vector. So just so you know, if even though the auto download is a JPEG, I wanted you guys to know that you can download the vector file. So that's just like saving us a little bit of time for redrawing it. Hey Sean, glad to see you. So yeah, so download this vector. So I got this gingerbread and I thought it would be like cool because that way it's like a base and I don't have, I'm taking it easy right now, so I didn't want to have to like come up with something from scratch. So this is just a great resource and stuff. And yeah, so I downloaded that AI file. So it's like a vector. And so what I did actually is there was like 4 houses on there. So I opened it up in Illustrator and then I deleted from the outboard the other 4 houses that I didn't want. So now I have this little thing in Illustrator, and now I want to export it as a PSD because I think that will be like really quite the easiest. And I know that I'm not gonna like use all these little accents and stuff here, but I'm not gonna bother to take them off in Illustrator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to File and then Export as, and then I'm going to export it as a PSD file. And I'll just do demo, click OK. And then make sure that I put the resolution up to high and I keep it on RGB color mode. Oh yes, the stock AI files normally are an absolute mess. Like no, the layers are they're so disastrous. Like it's whatever. So yeah, I just was like, yeah, export it as a Photoshop file. You want to put right layers, maximum editability, and then I'll click OK. And you just click OK again, like let it vibe, export. And so then I opened it up here, and you're going to have it like obviously cropped to your little thing. And so I'm checking first of all the image size, and I want to get it edit. Oh yeah, okay. Just a little bit slow here. So I think this was something like, I put it up to an image size that I would want, basically. I resized it, so it's 300 DPI, and I increased it. And hang on just one second, I'm getting like the little rolling ball of death here. Probably, I've never had like anything waiting on my Photoshop files for a while, but it might be that I have like that. Well, it could be that I'm streaming, but it could be that I have like that big file open. So we're gonna just hang tight here. I'm like, why do I have the little, okay, let's cancel this, cancel. Why is my Photoshop being weird? Okay, so whatever, we have this thing. So what I did was, here's my nice little demo, like set that over. I'll go ahead and like turn that off here. So, and then we'll turn this one off. And let's see here. So I have an artboard here, and I was just messing around with some stuff, but like, let me go ahead to one of my, I keep like an artboard in 8x10 here. I think this will be a pretty good size. And I have it like set up already with a little, like cover so that I have like a little buffer zone and trim and all that. So what I'm gonna do is take this group. Right now I'm just gonna I have auto select on layer, but now I'm gonna have auto select on group. And so I'm just gonna take this whole group and let's duplicate the group over into my master document. I'll click OK. Why is my Photoshop being slow? Oh, you know what? I did just update Photoshop today. That's like a little sus. I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. You guys might have to write it out with me for a second while I might have to restart my Photoshop. That's like never happened. Can you not? Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. Okay. Wow, it was just really slow. So let's see what we got going on here. So I'm just going to shut this document. I'm going to hit save changes to the document. Don't save. I've got my master document here. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and close Illustrator. Don't save. Yeah, I definitely haven't had any kind of like spinning ball on Photoshop in a real minute. But sometimes I saw the Photoshop update today. Maybe we can turn off the guides. I saw the Photoshop update today and I just like went bold with it and just said, okay, update. But sometimes that can be a little bit risky, to be fair. Okay, so definitely having some slowdown here. Also added my layer styles. Let's just try to save this and see what's up. Otherwise, I might just like hang out for a second and restart my Photoshop, which is very strange. And also my XSplit software is kind of making me look a little bit bald today. Oh, Sean, interesting. Speed issues. Well, it's weird because I've not had like a little spinning ball on ages on Photoshop. And so that's quite weird. I'm on a Mac Mini, but I don't know, I find that really strange. And like I said, I just updated it today. Okay, I'm just gonna save this, save as, and I'll make, interesting. That speed issues might be a thing. It might be, what's your demo, save, oh, cancel, demo 2. All right. This one I was just playing with. I'm gonna shut everything off that I don't need. So I'm going to keep my styles here. Now I've loaded up my layer styles in my styles panel, but I also keep them in my library, which is actually really nice because I don't always have them. Like libraries can be a really good place to keep if you have layer styles collection. Where you can keep those without having them to be like right in your styles panel, because I have actually huge ones. Oh, in the Adobe forum, that's interesting. I usually just go to I need to go more often to the Adobe forums, but I usually just go when I'm having a problem. But I'm curious if it was like, it's the official Adobe forums or if it's like if it's the Discord for streaming or just the regular ones. I'd be curious to know. Okay, now I'm scared to like move this around, but I'm gonna try. Okay, why are all these like, let's hear view, let's not show extras. I think maybe that's something. What? Okay, I'm gonna start applying the layer styles just to show you guys soon, but it's being a little bit weird. I think, yeah, if it's getting really like slow, I think I will maybe restart my Photoshop. Yeah, seriously, Rhoda, I was just a little bit, what do you call it, foolhardy, I think, to update my Photoshop. I'm also going to put auto select layers. Let's go ahead and start adding some of these flipping layer styles here. So let's go to, I'm going to make a new layer. Let's see, what is this? No, what got moved here? Okay. Let's make a new layer. I am just going to pour some paint on there. And then let's start knocking down some of these layer styles. So I'm going to put a background layer style, like background dark. Yeah, I think that's all right. So that's got, you know, like the classic layer style for the gingerbread. But here you can see I've got background light, background medium, background dark, background darkest, and you can see the different variations. But I created those layer styles so that you guys don't have to like do that. But it's, you know, obviously got a little bit darker color overlay, and I made sure that I picked like the right color to make them darker so that way you can just point click and apply the layer style. So that's really fun. And now I'm going to grab this one here. I'm just ignoring all the little ones that have accents, and I'm just going to touch. I'm making sure auto select is on my layer, and then I'm going to go to my main layer styles, and I'll go like main medium, maybe main light. Okay, so we're not really seeing the bevels right here because it's hidden by those trees, but I'll just click on this white, and I'm going to apply the white frosting in thick. So, or maybe deep. That's a little bit deeper. And it'll start to look better and better as I keep going, and we really keep building those layer styles. And I'm gonna open this one back up just to show you, to give you guys like some little comparison. Maybe that was not a good idea. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put my things side by side. Okay, cancel, no. I cannot believe, what's your window arrange to up vertical. Okay, so we've got our layer styles here. And also this little like styles thing is kind of nice because you can, even if you don't want to like search out the layer style, you can just copy and paste the layer style from here. So you can just touch this and it'll touch like whatever one you're doing, and then you can copy the layer style. I think it's Command Shift C is like a universal one, and do that. So let's just keep applying the layers here though. So I'm going to touch this, and I'm going to apply, let's see here, main medium, main light. And then like these little wiggles, maybe I'll go ahead and apply something. So rather than having like that being as a frosting, I could apply one of my accent layer styles here, and it just, you'll see it here. I'm going to put this background back as like a main dark, so you can kind of see the little accent layer styles. But it's all just like bevel and emboss, little bit of drop shadow, and then different versions of the pattern overlay. But also really where you start to feel it is whenever you kind of add those little trims and stuff. So you'll see that a lot. Oh, hey, Gotta Leave. How are you doing? Hello to Belgium. Why do I forget if it's Belgium or Netherlands every time? It's crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start with this tree here. I'm going to, or no, what should I do? Okay. So let's go to this window. Now this is a little bit annoying because it all is in one thing here. So I'm just going to undo. So what I'm going to do, let's just kind of plunge in here. I'm going to select this, and now I'm going to take my magic wand tool, click here. So I'm just grabbing that, making a new shape of those window holes. So let's just do this. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to paint, deselect, and now I think the windows should be dark, so I could be like raised. Let's see, our main dark, main medium, main, now maybe these will be like, I guess we really don't need the drop or the bevel on these, so I could just do, because I'll do the trim with I will do the trim with icing or something. So you know what, maybe we will do accents medium. No, let's just do main medium, background medium, background dark. Okay, that's good. Now let's take this whole outside here, And I think what I'll do is do the accents light, no, medium, dark. I could do frosting, but the frosting you won't really see that. So, but it's fun because you can just like scroll through them and main, medium, main, dark. Oh, you know what? Maybe main dark. And then let's do this as the main light. No, background light. Okay, something like this. We'll play around with it a little bit, but that's the fun thing that you can do is like when you create your own like layer styles and stuff is, oh, that's better. Because there you feel the drop shadow there, but I will add some little frosting here for the gingerbread. But yeah, so it's like a lot of times it's just trial and error. I'm playing, so I'm just you know, clicking through my layer styles and seeing which ones that I like the most. So I think that that is pretty good. Now we can, I think what I'll do, let's just click. Now I want to get rid of some of these little extra, oh my gosh, of course they are the little things from the vector file. Of course, the things that you don't want them to split onto different layers, they do. And then the things you want on separate layers is like, will get, you know, pushed onto all one layer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then I'm also really happy because what's good though is now I think my Photoshop is not so slow anymore. And also, excuse my XSplit right now because my software is making me look a little bit bald here. It's cutting me off. Okay, so now let's just like start with some trim here because I don't want to just like add all the layer styles on everything. First, I think I'm going to add some trim, and then this is where my brushes come in for this this collection. So, and what's nice is like this little thing gives us a starting point, so it's like I don't have to think about how I want my house to be, you know, using this stock, but then we're gonna like really make it our own and add lots of things so it's gonna look like really cooler. So let's find a trim brush. And I have some ideas of what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. Let's see. So I think first, let's find where we are here. Okay. And hide this. I'll make a new layer above it. And I'm going to go ahead and put the accent light. And then just grab some brush. Let's take this brush here. Now this is too big, so I'm going to left bracket. And I was thinking about doing something like this and then put some icing even. Yeah, I think some kind of trim like this and then maybe add some icing on top of it, I think would be pretty. I kind of want to hide this stuff over here because it looks a little bit messy. But it's all about kind of just making it your own. Let's see here, or doing like something like one of these. There's so many different ways. Although these are now, I have to make like size my brush down a lot because they're quite big. Let's see here. But I think I love how cute they look like straight away. Okay. No, we're gonna use. Now some of these brushes, they look like one way going, like if I go from right to left, they look a certain way, and then if they go this direction, then the little thing is on the bottom. So that's interesting. Okay, well, let's go to the one that I already did here. Let's just keep it easy here, not overcomplicate. Now, you'll notice like it could be a little janky, so you can take the brush smoothing up a little bit. And then I'm going to, so you see it's like looking nicer. There we go. That's okay. We'll go with it. Hey, Becca. And then what are we gonna do on this center thing? Maybe or maybe I should have this on just the center. No. And then put the icing on the edges. Now I'll put some icing up here, and then I'm gonna put some icing on the little balcony window or whatever. I think that's cool. Oh, hey, Tanya. Oh, well, you're not late. I'm late anyway, so don't worry. I was totally late today on my stream. Okay, so I like how that looked. So I'm just gonna like make a new layer above it and also put my accent light on, and then I think what I'll do is I'll use this brush, fresh from the oven 10. I know I'm gonna have to take it down, and then maybe do a little like something like this. But now accent medium, accent dark. That one is like looking, because it's already got that thing behind it, I'm tempted to just actually accent darkest. I might what I might do is just make that all one thing below. But there's no right answers or anything. You can just play around until you can get something that looks good. But I just like the process of experimenting and let's see here, seeing what looks good, like finding it out as I go. Okay, so this one, I think what I'll do, I can just turn that off actually. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's turn that off. We don't need this. We can turn that off, and then we'll just make our own little like thing in the center here. But even I don't need, what's here, getting them the right size because the brushes are quite big. So I could do something like this. I like these little accent pieces. Do something like that. And then now maybe I'll do some trim and add some like snow on the windowsill. I think that would be cute. So I'll go ahead and hit save. And let's add some frosting for the snow on the windowsill. So for the windowsill, here's a little frosting border. That's kind of cute. Oh, I also have some really cute little, let's see here. I've got a few. So now I'll just make a new layer. I'm going to go ahead and put white frosting. I think I'm going to have to use I'll start with a thin and then see where it goes. So we don't have a lot of border, but playing with those brushes and like can have a little frosting effect. It's kind of cute. That one's kind of nice. But that's a little bit too, maybe I could do like this and then add another layer on top of it. I kind of like that. So there's like our original thing, and then as we can see, we're gonna like we're getting there. I'm gonna hit save. Okay. So I won't worry about it being perfect, but I'll put that frosting there. So I think we're getting like that little build up here. That's frosting thin, frosting delicate, frosting thin, strong, medium. So whenever you decide that you're going to make like frosting, you can just like keep playing around until you get it. They have different bevels. They have a different bevel and emboss and then different drop shadow. So I could just make a new layer above that. And I'll put like white frosting delicate, and then maybe take one of my other brushes like this, playing around with layering the frosting on top of frosting. It can look really cute like this. I keep having to, I have to like, so if you put the frosting on top of the frosting, then you can get that, you know, more of an effect here. Medium. Oh, there you can get like that dimensional effect. That's nice. Medium, medium 2, thin, strong. But that's quite okay. I kind of like that. Medium. That one gives a little bit more depth. And now maybe I'll add some frosting above here on the top. So let me go ahead and hit save. And maybe just some. Maybe like kind of some stars or something, or some little like, oh, this is kind of cute. Like something like this. Okay, so am I on the same layer? Oh yeah. So I want to make a new layer, everything on its own layer, and then maybe do a white frosting thin. Got to take those brushes, real, yeah, we can, no, it's too small. Okay, so I can play with some little bit of snowflakes. That's kind of cute along the thing. But I will make my white frosting be delicate. That looks better. I don't know if I need those or not, but we're getting there. So, no. So let's zoom out here. And so we can see it coming together, and we'll do some more of those, you know, layering it to get some more effects and stuff. But right now, oh gosh, what's annoying me is some of the extras. So here, let's see, we've got this whole window over here. So what I'm going to do is take the opacity of this down and then maybe merge that group, and then I'll duplicate that over here to save myself some time. So I'm going to group, let's see here, merge group. Yeah, because we don't need it, like, we just need it for placement. And then I'm going to take this whole group and then I'll duplicate it and then get rid of some of this stuff. Kind of clean up our file a little bit. Okay. But with I'm going to have to, okay, like switch to my mouse here while I'm organizing my layers. Let's see if we can grab this whole group. With all those Illustrator layers, oh dear. Okay, let's hide this right now. Interesting. This is the window. Okay, that's great. Now this is where naming our layers might just come in handy. Let me hit save. And then we can duplicate that. And then there's our half layer here that's just for our placement. So I'm going to option and drag that group. And then let's, no, undo. I've got auto select on layer. Now I want it on group. Now I'll take that. Oh, for the love. No, I can't do that. Okay. Because there's too many groups. Thanks to the export of the window copy. Okay. Come on. Window copy. Okay, Command T. Let's move this bad boy and over here, and then we'll flip it. Okay. And then edit, transform, flip horizontal. Okay. And then we can hide that layer. And that is a little bit, and then I'm going to label this accents, because I will use that as a guide, I think. Opacity, take my opacity down. But I don't really want to see it right now. And there we go. So we're going to clean up our file just a bit. And I think I'm going to clean up those little things there. And we're getting that gingerbread style. And also I'm going to show you before I get into the next thing, I'll show you a couple of like the raised styles, which I think look really cool. So let's go ahead. I've got auto select layer. Now these I know all these little freaking things are, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, so this is, I think I've got a plan here because all these little specks on that I don't want. But I'm going to find that white master layer here. Okay, let's pull it out of its group. Good. And now all of those other little things, little accents we don't need are in one layer, and we can delete them. Perfect. And now we have got the roof. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Now, one of the things that's I think always kind of adds like really nice extra dimensionality is I think it's on the first one here. I'm going to show you like creating the kind of like a raised effect here. I like this. This adds like a really cool touch. Like this is the light background, but like a dark, you know, gingerbread. And that looks really cool. But then also you can have a raised one. So I use the same color, like a light and then on top of light, but you have just enough shadow that you can see that raised sort of thing like you would have on a cake or something. And I think that's really fun to kind of play with. And I made some other ones too. Well, yeah, there's our little, all the different accent brushes. But with the gingerbread sort of thing, the accents are really what will put it over the top and make it look really cool. So, and God, where did I do hold on one second. I did some gingerbread, and doing like two-tone icing was really nice, adding a nice effect. I thought I have it somewhere on here. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Because I thought I did some. Gosh, I've done this like a while ago. I thought I had. Maybe it's on here. Oh, well, here is, you can see the two-tone effect. So this is really nice, and this is something that you can do to like give it a really cool thing. Is like I applied this deep frosting effect, but then I added this accent frosting here, and it just looks like it's coming out of the frosting, you know, another level. And I think that that's a really fun thing to play with. And so we'll play with that on the roof. And also I played with that with the Annabelle's. Need to flatten this so I can have this like for reference. So I played with some of that frosting on top of frosting. But yeah, let's get into like, I'm gonna do the frosting first. Let's see here. Also, before I forget, let me just make a new layer above my background. I'm just gonna show you guys some of the, probably on the background, what I'll do before is I grab this, like just a basic brush here, like that. And then let's go to my styles panel. So this is main, medium. So I like to apply so this is medium on medium. So there's like, so you can create some like raised sort of effects. I think that's like a bit fun for the background, you know, doing that gingerbread like this, but also you can do raised. So there's a raised dark, so that gives it just the raised effect rather than the, you know, than the whole gingerbread effect. And then I could like add a main dark and put some, and then I have main dark for dark backgrounds and then main dark. So this is like good. So you can, you know, play with some things like this and kind of have this cake sort of effect in your thing. So I'll play with the background later, and maybe I won't finish this all like what now, but it can give the idea. And now I'm tempted, I think I'll go over to this tree because I think we can have like a lot of fun with the tree. And I'm like, I can't believe how my software is cutting off my hair today. It looks really goofy. Okay, so this tree is cool. Let's just go over here, but we're gonna have some more fun with this. So I'm gonna take that tree, and I think this is good. I'm gonna take that, we'll call this tree, and we're going to take that out of the group, and then let's scroll up, and because I want to get all those little accents on out of the way. That's the thing with the automatic layers too, like exporting from Illustrator can really, there we go. I'm gonna just, let's hear accents. We'll call these accents. I am going to merge that group because we do not need merge group. And I can take the opacity down, and then maybe I'll just use them a little bit as a guide. So I will take this tree here, and let's go ahead and add a colored medium, colored dark. I think we're going to want colored maybe darkest. So on my colored layer styles, I have like it as red as default. So as you can see, I have a bevel and emboss. I've got, let's look into our layer style. So I've got a color overlay. I've got another color overlay that's in brown to intensify the brown of the, what do you call it? The gingerbread, the pattern overlay, and the drop shadow. And then we just have to go to the color overlay, and I'll grab that green. So that's nice. And I'll click OK, and I'll click OK. So now we've got the tree, and then now we can make some little accents, and maybe add some fun little icing things going across the tree. So now I'm going to, let's hear the accents. Can't see them very much here. Let's just make them, let's make those accents, colored accents light. Okay, that's kind of interesting. But I think it's too busy for what we want, although we could use it just like that. I could just change the color to the green. That's a thought. I could click OK, and then we've got like a nice dimensional thing. We'll think about that. I can leave that on, and then maybe add some, you know, I'll leave that on for now and see what we'll see what we see here. Although I think I'll put the color maybe a little, let's hear. This color that I have, I've got it on 75%. That's for the main tree. The accents, I might click into that color overlay and maybe just make it a little bit more saturated, I think. Click OK, click OK. And then in between there, I'll make a new layer. Maybe I'll grab this brush, and then let's look at our layer styles here. We don't need them side by side. So maybe I want a colored, like, this is on a light background. Let's here, let's click this one. I think this is a layer style that I'll like. Sometimes I forget to use this, and the visual can be a little bit nice. So I'm gonna, yeah, take that, copy that layer style onto my layer in between, and then I'll paste that layer style. And then let's, okay. So I'm gonna lower my brush size, and I was thinking just to maybe like play around with following this line and creating some like additional things like this. But obviously the default layer style is in red, so I'm going to need to go into my color overlay, grab the green. I kind of want that raised. I kind of like that. That's interesting, but I'm going to maybe make it a little bit more saturated. And yeah, this is kind of a bluer green. Okay, click OK. I could turn the color a little bit more saturated. But I like with this, there was a reason why I made the color like a little bit desaturated, kind of on purpose. Now let's cut this because that brush is too big. But I'm kind of interested in this. Well, that's kind of interesting. It's all about experimenting and seeing what works. Although this would need like less of a drop shadow. I'd have to like maybe do the other. Something like this is kind of cool. So it's, or like these. Oh, these are pretty. Okay. So as you can see, like I'm just making these decisions as I go. I might turn off these accents and then, play around and see what looks cool on this tree. This might look like kind of neat like that, but I don't have quite the right layer style. That looks cooler. I think the accents, rather than the deep thing, I think using like some colored accents is maybe the way to go. And then we'll put some texture on that tree. That I like. I think I like that quite a bit more. Colored accent, dark, colored accent. We could do this and then change the color to the green and have like a little bit of a tone on tone, but I would need to do, maybe make it lighter because it's just a little bit too, that's color accents darkest, color accents dark. So let's change that's interesting. So let's take the green, let's get a nice contrast, maybe take the color up just a little bit, click OK. So that I'm happy with, and that maybe we can make our make like the green, and then oh, you liked the red gotta leave? Interesting. But since it's gonna be kind of part of the tree motif, I'm thinking I will add red on there, but I'm thinking that this is like the tree just to add texture and depth to our tree. So that's what I'm thinking with that. Kind of like playing with something. I think those are fun. I'll have to make those smaller, but I like kind of playing with the idea of like the layers of the tree. I think that's kind of cool. And then we could maybe even add some different accents and stuff, like something like that. I think that's cool. But that's why it's just really fun to kind of play around with this and see which ones work the best. That's kind of cool. Like they're all so cool. I don't know which ones to use now. Now I'm like a little bit going, because I just like that sort of abstractness, I guess. Or like even these. There's too many that I have. Like just playing around, but I think I'll clip them to the other tree. Like, okay, I can't make my decision of like which ones that I want. It's too fun. I like them all. Okay, I think maybe I'll use this for these like 3 layers. Maybe this one for these 2 layers. Okay, I've got to make decisions here. This is hard. This is a hard one. Okay, if anybody has some thoughts, feel free to drop them in. Which one do I love? Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll just do a mix and match. Okay, so I'm going to, take like a trim like this. And then I don't even know if I need to do a clipping masks, to be honest. I think I can just, I'll just cut and then see what's up. So let's do like this. And I'll trim it later, trim the tree. Okay, let's duplicate this layer and then I'm going to cut it. Sometimes I'm just lazy, and then I'll take this one maybe for the skirt part, like do like this. I think that kind of looks cool. What, I need to kind of get a little bit of a circular motion here. Like that. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So let me save that. And then, yeah, let's just like kind of build up this motif here. And it's super abstract. Like I really like that. I really like doing something so abstract. Like that's interesting too. But maybe what I'll do is like I'll do a different darkest. No. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Okay, we will be adding red, but not yet. So I've got an idea here. Okay, so these are on the same layer, so let's just take the lasso tool. I'm going to select this, Command-Shift-J, puts it on its own layer, and it also has the layer style attached. So, but this one I want colored medium, no, colored accents darkest. So I want this to be in dark. I want this to be a dark green. So I'm going to go into my color overlay, and then we will be adding the, what do you call it? Some red on there because I think that's going to look really cool. But I just kind of want to build up this texture of this tree. So as you can see, like we're using that one, oh gosh, the stock is a guide, but we're really kind of making it our own. So that's a lot of fun. I like that. I'm going to go with that. And I won't worry if it's like perfect. Gosh, I wonder if I will finish this. I usually don't do long streams. I usually do them short and sweet, but it's kind of fun, something different. Okay, so that's okay. Maybe just like that. All right, let's hit save. And then maybe I'll add some red in between there. Kind of like that. Why not? So let's make a new layer above them and add, oh, and then we'll definitely have to add some like snow. So let's add a color accent darkest in the red. And then now what we have to think of, like what we're going to put on red, like as a red thing. Oh, are you enjoying it, Rhoda? I'm glad. Like sometimes I just don't know. I'm trying to push myself a little bit more. But I think, maybe sometimes it will like help people more to see the whole process. And sometimes for me, it's a little bit like worrying that it's going to be too boring or something, or that, it's not like short and fast. And I don't know. So yeah, I was like a little bit worried because I don't want to bore you guys, but I don't know if maybe like doing a red, like a little banner across is good, something like that. And then maybe I can make some baubles even, but I think I need a different, like some red like that. Because I'm really like doing from kind of memory right now of like the idea of a tree. So it's I feel like it's very abstract, but I think that that's fun. Like to kind of make something like this to go across the tree, and then maybe have some lights or something. I don't know. I'm not loving. Part of me was maybe actually, I wonder if I should make that part red. Color accents darkest. Gosh, maybe that is prettier. I'm curious to see. Maybe I should make that part the color accent red. And even this could be other than this. That's interesting. And then maybe I can make some ornaments on here, and this kind of like feels like the tree. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect for today, not boring and perfect. Okay. Virtual baking it. Yeah, it is nice. It's just like it's like decorating. Yeah. Medium. I don't know if that should be frosting. No, that looks weird. I think that looks weird down there. Maybe I should just this, I kind of like the idea of like this is a skirt, but maybe I could put another one of these red things down here. So, and I might clip this along the side because it's looking a little bit sloppy, but whatever. Okay, let's go back to my thing and see if I can find my, oh, it's not on the recent brushes. Okay. Let's get this fresh from, okay. Find this layer with the red. We call that red. And then maybe, oh, no, it needs to be up higher. Okay. Oh, and it looks different if I do different directions. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm curious if everybody's on holiday already. I have no sense of time because and also I'm in Croatia, so yeah, like everything is I'm like, is it even near Christmas? Like what's going on? I don't know if everybody's like checked out for Christmas or what. I think I'm going to move this, so rather than redraw it, I will just do like this, deselect. Okay. I'm not sure I'm in love with it, but I'm going to leave this for now and maybe add some baubles and some stars on this tree. And then of course we can like zoom out a little bit, but we're not going to worry if it's perfect. You're getting the idea. Okay, hit save. And then, yeah, like with these things, I just love adding little like extras and stuff. Like over here, even though the sides of the houses are hidden behind the thing, I would definitely want to add something like extra. So I would go back to my background and then like put a new layer above it. And one of my favorite things to do is do like the accents, maybe in a light, the accent light, and then take something like I don't know, one of these and put something, behind there for a little bit of, even if it's just to give extra dimension. I think it's nice, like it's a little bit of maximalism. Okay, I'm gonna hit save. Just something like that, and then maybe I'll, have those. I like doing that, the little accent ones. I think that those can be really cool. But it's that, it's like taking the time to build that up. Then that's where all the magic comes in of these, but maybe I'll just leave that for now. And what are we gonna do? Oh, you know what? I have some pretty stars, but they're not in this collection. They are in I got some snowflakes I created the other day, but I did have some starry brushes that I think would be quite cute, although I don't know how they would do it this size, but let's do starry 15. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my tree. Let's try to grab the toppiest layer, red. Let's go above that, make a new layer. Now, I think what I'll do on this layer is maybe I'll do a frosting layer. So thin, strong, and then put some stars. Maybe like that's pretty. Some stars above it, like around. That's frosting. Okay, that's kind of cool. I could also do it like in a color, like a gold or something. I could also do like colored light. No, that's got too much colored. I could do colored frosting. Frosting thin, but I could do the color in like a gold. Let's see here. Like I think I'll just stick with the white, to be honest. because I think that that goes with the whole thing. That's kind of, maybe that's enough. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if those are too big or not. Curious. I also have these little kind of like halos. I could do some kind of halo around it. Those are kind of pretty. Like some stars. Oh, got a call. No. Okay, we won't be too perfect about it. I think I'll just stick the white frosting delicate, white frosting thin, medium. No, we just need like a thin. I think that's good. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about it, but it's all about decorating. So I'm going to hit save. And we can add more extra later to that. But I think what I'll do now is I'm going to make a new layer above that, excuse me, add white frosting delicate. And I think I will use this starry brush to add like maybe a little bit of, I don't know if that snow could be kind of nice. That's kind of pretty. Okay, we'll go with it. Hit save. And let's see here. So let's try to clean this up a little bit. Now we are going to take that whole, let's grab that whole group and we'll duplicate this now. Oh my God, trying to find those groups is a pain occasionally. Okay, there's that tree. Let's merge you. Take the opacity down. I'll just use it for placements. And this I'm definitely not going to do it white because I want like a tone on tone, you know, so I'm going to do that in like the gingerbread accents. So I've got this tree. Now is this tree riff? No, riff is separate. This is the tree. No. What is this? Okay, that's that tree. Trying to find red. Gosh, everything is like in, oh, it's all in the objects. Okay. Yeah, okay. Riff. This has nothing in it. Let's delete. Okay, I think we've got start here for our actual tree. And there's nothing on, oh, that's another layer there. Okay, so group this. We'll do tree. Okay, so there we've got our tree. There you can see the house, the little house behind it, you know, with the raised gingerbread. Okay, so I'm going to option, drag my layer to duplicate it. I'm going to turn off, let's see, I'm just going to hit Command T because I want to crop, transform. I'll click OK, and then I will go edit, transform, flip horizontal, okay. And then where is that? Why is that tree above it? Somewhere. Okay, here we go, right there. All right, so there we've got a tree, two trees. And let's make sure that they're the same height. I'll select both groups and click this. Okay, and I will hit save. And then what we'll do is we're gonna add, like, make the windows this. We're gonna add some multi-frosting here. This I'm gonna have brown. This will be a red door. That'll be gorgeous. This I'm gonna redo with like maybe something like this. That will be gorgeous in the green. And this will be the white. And it's starting to look good. I'll hit save. Yeah, and then all the base of this. Oh my God, I look bald. And I'm like a little bit, have it too hot in here. Okay, so let's keep trucking. Okay, I might have overdone it on the stars. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I went overboard. So we'll play with that later. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's get trucking through here. So I'm gonna go through here. Let's just okay, no, I got auto select group. I need auto select layer. red. So let's get this red door. Let's get it red. Let's try to make some ground here. We're going to do colored darkest. Oh, not the whole thing. Undo. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that whole thing is on one. Okay. Or no. Interesting. Okay, it's okay though. We'll be fine. Okay, so let's duplicate that thing. And the only thing that I want though, I'm going to try to, I want to do this corner and have it look nice. Okay, so I know what I'll do. Okay, I've got a backup of this. This is one of those little curve balls. So I'm going to turn off my backup. I've got my layer here. And I'm going to just select this red, select a paintbrush. Make sure it's a basic paintbrush. Okay, and so now I'm just going to paint over everything because I want these two shapes. So, no, too much. Okay, this is where Illustrator did us dirty. Okay, because I want the white and I want that without having to worry about like making it perfect and everything. And let's go ahead and then I will select my white. And then now I'm just going to cut out or paint over those little accents that we don't need. And yeah, okay. Paint over those. Paint over those. Okay, now I think we are in a much better position here. So, yeah. Oh, and so happy the internet has been better. Okay, so I'll select this. I think I want this to be in the brown, main light, main medium, raised dark. Let's see here. Why is it? Let's see here. Oh, no. Undo. Okay, deselect. I need to make this a new layer. So I'm just using this layer for a selection. So I'm going to select that, go on my old layer and just select the white. Okay, that's why. Turn off that layer. And now I'm going to paint it like this. All right, there we go. So now I've got that shape that I need. And then I want it to be like maybe dark. Okay, that's pretty. We like this. All right, good. Hit save. Now I'm going to turn this layer back on, select, and I don't need, let's turn this off. I want to just select the red. Wait. Can I not just select, okay, select inverse. No. There, select the red, turn that on, make a new layer. Let's pour that there. And then we will do colored darkest. We have a deep red door and now it's looking nice. So let's hit save. And now we can go, and then what we'll do is we'll put in accents around here to add that more dimensionality. I'm going to redraw the wreath and it'll be really cute. So I like that. There we go. And then this will be like a little bit of our guide. So let's just, I'm going to just now I'll draw I'll draw the wreath. And actually I think it will be perfect to use this brush here because it's like looking like a wreath. So I'm going to put that layer there on for just our guide. And then I'm going to put a new layer above it. And then to be fair, let's see here, colored, I think we'll have to do colored darkest. And I'm gonna get my brush. And I really think that this is great for wreaths. Though this could be nice. No, you know what? I'm gonna have to stick with the same layer style that's on here. So I'm gonna go over here. Command-Shift-C, copy that layer style. Let's go over here, Command-Shift, paste. Okay, that's like better. That one's interesting. This is the Fresh from the Oven 22. I like it because it's, oh yeah, that's like very wreathy. Okay, you know what? We're going with that. There we go. We've got the wreath. We like it. So fun. So festive. And then we can put some red dots on there, or maybe even some brown ones. Okay, now we can turn off. Where's our, did I put this? No. Gotta hide that guide layer. There, that's better. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And make a new layer above it. Let's, I kind of want to do a tone on tone with this wreath. So, or I could do green frosting. I think that's what I'll do, layer style. So I'm going to select the green, got a new layer above it, and then I'm going to go to the frosting delicate, but I'm going to be drawing in green, so it's going to just, it's just basically putting like a little drop shadow on there. And I think I want to get like a lighter color. Okay, let's see, just see how, there's something like that's nice. So it's a little frosting. Okay, so there's frosting delicate, but that's too flat. I want a little bit of extra dimensionality, so I'm going to go frosting medium 2, frosting thick, no, that's too much, frosting thin strong, frosting thin. I think frosting thin strong might be good. I can even like play with the thing after I'm done. Okay, I kind of like that. That's nice. We'll hit save. Hey, Junaid, nice to see you. And feel free, if you guys have any questions or whatever, just ask away. Now, as you can see, like, I feel like the frosting thin is good, but frosting medium is too deep. Although that's not so bad. You know what? I'll leave it at frosting medium 1, but I can always double click on the bevel and emboss layer style and just play with the size a little bit. I can always just like, you know, adjust it a bit. And, oh, you know what I think that this needs is some gold. Oh my gosh, you know, if you guys like know me, you know I love some gold. So I am tempted to add some like, maybe some gold baubles on this thing. I haven't added any gold on this. So it's like, is it really something that I've made if I haven't added gold? But when I would add gold, this is not part of these layer styles. I would use like some gold from maybe my, oh, my last gold collection is pretty good. The well, that's kind of nice. The oh gosh, Celestial Gold Mine Gold, or the 24 karat gold, which just adds like a really cool, oh, that we like this. Kind of like the gold. I don't know if that actually though kind of is too competing with the layer style. So please chime in on the gold if you think this is okay. This is gold 8, or I could do, oh, for the love. Okay. If that's too much, I was thinking even my 24 karat gold, like painted layer styles, something like that. Well, that's too flat now compared to it. I don't know. I don't know if that gold is too much. I'm kind of curious if it really doesn't go with the, if it's too much for the, with the gingerbread, you know, like if it's too competing or something. Curious. Okay, let's just, I'm going to put this as gold. If you guys have any thoughts on the gold, please feel free to drop in your comments. Color darkest. Ooh, I like this. Okay, that turned out interesting. I like those red. This is using my color darkest layer style, so it's got that really big drop shadow. Okay, that's adding some dimensionality. You know what? We are stopping there. We have a winner. And then I'm going to make a new, and I think I'll just add a little bit of white into here. So I'm going to add the white frosting delicate, and then let's just put like some little stars. There we go. Ah, too big. I want them teeny tiny. Like something like this. I think it'll be nice. All right, hit save. Okay. All right, we're happy with this. We're okay. It's starting to feel like, you know, nice and cool. And what else? Now let's put some trim around this doorway, but I want to do it behind it. So like, let's find this doorway. Okay. I know I want to use my axe, so I'm going to put a new layer. And I know I want my styles to be accents, maybe light. And I kind of want like a really like one of the more fancier, like a filigree or something around there, although I don't have a lot of room. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna have to put my smoothing on. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, let's take my smoothing up. My hand's not really steady. It's so pretty. What do we think? Okay, I like it. I like it. I'm going with it. All right, we're getting there. I'm happy. And oh, maybe I'll put like a little trim across the red even. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do even? Okay, I'm like, that's why I like these is because you can go extra, extra, extra. So above the doorway arch, I'm gonna put a new layer. I'm going to put accents, maybe darkest. Okay, let's just see how that works. Maybe it's too dark. But I was thinking to put like some kind of like a little accent there. Okay, maybe not. Let's see here. Oh, they had to be really smaller though. But you see, like as you like keep building and building and building and building, and then it's like, although you can do too much. Oh my gosh. Like sometimes I don't know where to stop. What's your accents dark? Well, that's kind of pretty, but honestly, Jessica, maybe that's too much. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I'll, oh, this kind of looks like those little leaves though. I'm kind of just like tempted to put a little, they kind of look like holly leaves, but I kind of like that it's, okay, that's, I've got too much smoothing on. So it's, sometimes when you have too much smoothing on, it can be just like annoying. I don't know why, I just kind of maybe want to put some like, something like that. Maybe that's just too much. What's wrong with me? Maybe I could just put it at the bottom for funsies. Oops. Okay. Okay, we're just putting it at the bottom because we can. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go. And then now I'm going to put some red across here because I think it'll be nice. And then I guess we could put the little like thing back on, but we are getting there. We are getting there. Okay. So let's go to the door of the red. I'm going to put a new layer above it. I know which one I want. I want this. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to put this and I'm going to put it in red. So I want colored accents darkest. Okay. So maybe this is just too much, but I don't care. It's pretty. And even I could put some red icing above. Okay, I'm going all out. So I'm putting a new layer above that. I'm going to put colored, I'm going to put frosting in thin. I'm going to get a red, like red, a little select red. I'm going to get this and I'm going to put like a frosting like across here. I just think it would be cool. Maybe that's too silly, but oh, you know what? Let's hear frosting medium, frosting thin strong, frosting deep. Ooh, the frosting deep could be interesting. No. Frosting thin strong. Maybe I don't need it, but maybe it's too much. just really hard to know where good taste, where too much is, and then there's like good taste, but whatever. I'm always extra, so. No, you know what? Let's just leave it, Jessica. Let's chill it. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so let us attack another region. We're building it up. Okay, let's go here. We've got our eyes. And now here's those little specks. We can just delete those. Love that for us. Grab our white, and then let's go to white frosting deep. No, why? Oh, okay. This is all in one layer with the brown. All right. So we're just going to use this layer for a selection. So I'm going to get my magic wand tool, select that, make a new layer, paste. I'm going to paste white in, deselect, and now we can add white frosting deep, white frosting thick. Deep looks pretty good, although, oh no, I think it will look good on the end. So let's just go with this. Let's hit save. Okay, now we are going to want to put, I'm going to put a trim here because it's going to really make that nice connection and it'll make it look good. So let's get a nice trim. Oh, okay, that is this layer style. Okay, so I'm going to put a new layer above that. I'm going to go to like white frosting, maybe medium. I'm going to take my brush down, hitting the bracket, and kind of think of like what brush I want to do some trim in. And just play. That's kind of cool. You see how it's like has that soft transition there, so when you put like one of the frosting on top of the other, then it looks like it's connected and it looks like it's what do you call it, like connected, and that it's kind of raised or something. So I'm just gonna play and see which one of these. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. 38. Okay. So we're going to just go like this, connect that. Really pretty. And then we can add a little bit down here. And we are getting there. But I think that's nice. Okay. Now I'm going to option, drag my group, and then I'm going to select all and cut. And so I just duplicated that group. So rather than copying and pasting the layer style, it's already got the layer style on it. And then I might just add a couple little like things like this. Now here I've got that, it doesn't maybe look so good. If I put it up here, you can kind of see it's like raised, you know. Let's play with the different frostings here. Frosting thin, frosting delicate. So it's kind of playing with the idea of like having some, you know, little snowflakes or something kind of breaking that. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Kind of like undo, playing. That's nice. You know, just adding dimensionality. Let's save that. Let's zoom back out. I think I'll get this finished today, but maybe then I'll come back and do the background like later. But I do want to get a good portion of this. We're getting there. And I like how it's turning out. It's pretty. It is getting pretty. Okay, so let's select this layer here. This is, I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if we need that layer. That was coming with our we can play around. I can play around with like free drawing, you know, something there, but we'll just put that there for now as like main medium. This is a darker background, so I've got like the main medium layer style, but then I've got a main medium for darker backgrounds, and it has less of a drop shadow, so it looks like a little bit nicer. And yeah, okay, so that's good. We're gonna put some more snow up on here, really build that up. Same thing here. And I'm curious, this is, yeah. And then what I was thinking to do is like, to put like maybe Merry Christmas or put that all on top and then have like some swirls on the side, kind of like how I did on the Annabelle's demo. Here, I like the swirls, maybe doing some raised lettering like this, and I think that that could be really pretty. But I'm happy with how this turned out. And it was just like using the Adobe stock is just a great jumping point that I don't have to think about. You know, sometimes you don't have to do everything from square zero, you know, like it's just a jumping off point that I don't have to think, okay, how's my house going to be shaped? How's, you know, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to put the chimney, frosting thick, frosting deep. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. The good thing is I don't have any of those little stingy, little whatever anymore. And then let's hit this frosting. I'm happy with the chimney, but the chimney maybe should, no, the chimney I'll just leave like this. I'll also add some like little accents here, a little touch up the window. But let's put some snowy things on our roof of our house. So we've got the white frosting deep layer style, which is simply bevel and emboss. Oh, and I guess I did use a pattern overlay. I guess I made a pattern for the frosting, which was a little bit of like white, you know, like snow, like frosting. So it is actually not just the color, it is like a pattern that I made. All right, so I'm gonna make a new layer over that and I'm gonna put white frosting medium. Now here I'm gonna want a bigger brush to make a big like sort of thing here. So this will be interesting. I could try something like this, but I would need it bigger. So let's just see. Oh, that's interesting. White frosting medium, medium 2, thick. The thing is this is already so deep, so sometimes it's like nice to take one that's like thick and then one and add another one to keep adding that volume that's like the thinner. But let's just I'll leave it on thick right now, the layer style, and then just play around with some different brushes to kind of build up that build up sort of a thing that I kind of like. And then I could have an accent one here, so that's kind of cool. 36, I've used that. Oh, hey David, how are you? I'm always happy to see my friends on here. Yeah, so we're doing some gingerbread today. Oh, that one is interesting. 39. There's too many that are interesting, but there's no wrong answers, so you know, I like that because that leaves this free, and then I could put like a separate one there. Okay, 39 is in my head for that. And now I'm tempted to look at that, the real 31 that's like meant to be like kind of ice, yeah, icicles or something. That doesn't really make sense anyway, because it's like going up. I don't know how to like that. I think that's a little bit too the icicles would still go straight up and down, so that really wouldn't work. That could maybe just work on the edges here. Oh, that's nice. I'll put those on the edges, that's it, okay? But otherwise, this is idealized, this is stylized. So what was I saying? A 39. So 39, yeah, that I liked. And yeah, I have to go this direction because some of these brushes actually look different. When I go from right to left, then the little circle is on the bottom, but if I go this way, it's on the top. So that's also the good part of the brushes, is that they would look different going different directions, so it gives you more options. Okay, so I like that. That's giving us that volume. Yeah. Oh, you like the brushes? Yeah, they're nice for like decorative. They're like nice for whatever. Oh my gosh, I have to turn off my heater. I've got it steaming in here. Oh, okay. My radiator it's a little bit hot. Okay, there we go. All right, so 39, we like that. And I like that frosting on frosting sort of effect. So that's a vibe. Okay. And rather than redraw that stroke, I think I will take my erase. Wait, where's my eraser? I never even use it. That's why I don't even know where it is. And like just take off that part a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's cool. And then we're gonna do a little bit more accent snow on the top. So let's save that. I'm gonna put a new layer and then put white frosting. I think thin. We'll use that as a starting point. And then I want just kind of a kind of like a snowflake sort of brush. Oh, that's pretty, but maybe it's too distracting. Or maybe like space it out. Now I'm tempted to think of just like a classic like this one. Like that, okay, but thin is not right with that. So thin, I would need like medium, medium 1. That's some interesting. Thick. Ooh, I kind of like the thick, but I might need to take the brush size down a little bit. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we're liking this. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Let's take the smoothing back up to like 50. Okay, that's cool. I can put a little star or something at the top. I'm trying to keep my, no. Oh no. My hand going smooth is not the smoothest. I could probably put the smoothing of the brush up just a little bit. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take my eraser again and just erase this like little blob there. All right, good. We're getting the volume. And then I'll maybe put some little something up here too to add something in the middle. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to duplicate this layer. Oh, sometimes duplicating the layer, that looks good. That looks good. That gives it extra drama. So keep that in mind. And okay, now I'm going to make a new layer, and I just wanted to put those little icicles over on the corners here. Okay, wait. I'm on my, what do you call it? I'm on the, let's cut. Okay, all right. I was on my, there we go. Let's put white frosting thick. There we go. All right, we got the little drippies off the side here. I think that looks cool. Lower, okay. And I think I'm gonna take these below the other two brushes though, or the other two layers, sorry. And because it's, so here's that one, and then this one, okay. So let's try to put those above it. It's okay. It's okay. The one here is not the most perfect, but I'm not going to be bothered with it too much. And let's see here. Okay. We're good. We can do the same kind of thing on here too. Oh, this one over. Okay, let's deselect the layers, save. There we go. All right. Okay, I would like to auto select layer. Trying to select this layer of the, is that all in one layer? No. Roof. Oh, why do I have cut on here? Deselect, okay. That was weird, my thing. Sometimes though, like because I switch between a mouse and a Wacom pen, it will, like, it'll stay selected like I have my mouse button clicked when I'm going in between them. So that's why, okay. So there's that. So I'm going to make a new layer above it. I'm going to put like white frosting, we'll just say thick. And for this one, I'm going to take that fresh from the oven 32 and maybe just use this. I think this could be, okay, medium, medium. Ooh, I like thin, strong. Okay, that's interesting. Thin, strong. But I'm going to make it like smaller. Oh, I don't know. It looks a little silly now. That one's not so bad. Although this is maybe not one of my favorites because it just looks a little too fakey, not like realistic enough. So maybe we're going to nix that and just maybe we'll take like frosting thick. Okay, maybe we'll do like here, just do a little, I don't know. Because it needs something. It's too flat and plain. Thin, strong, delicate, medium, medium. This one's like a little annoying. Like, how do you solve a problem here? Okay, that, that's cool. We're just gonna go with that. It's good enough. Oh, and I'll have some like maybe smoke coming out of there later. That will be cool. I like finally these little things here, although I could have changed them and used one of my brushes if I wanted rather than the accents, but I kind of liked that. So we'll leave it for now. I can always adjust it later. Well, let's hit save. And let's make sure my stream's still going. Okay, good. After the first bit of like whatever, then I've had good luck. Okay, here we've got this. And so I think we'll do kind of just like we see here. So let me circle. All right, so let's just select, or no, circle. Let's add main dark. No, we don't need that drop shadow because we're going to put trim on it. So we're going to put background dark, background darkest. Yeah, we'll put darkest, I think. Hit save. And I do want to have a nice smooth accents around there. Okay, so let's go over here to this, my little, crossbars of my window. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy that layer style. And then let's go back here over the circle, make a new layer. I'm going to create a clipping mask, I think, and then paste that layer style. And then let's go get the little dotty brush, which is fresh from the oven too. I'm going to have to left bracket to get that way down. Oh, and I'm going to not actually have to do the layer clipping mask. I'm going, because when you have a clipping mask, it will totally obliterate whatever layer styles on the top layer. So I'm just gonna have to use that selection. So I'm gonna hit Command and click on that circle layer to get that selection. And then I'm gonna, cut, Command, circle. I will add that, apply that as a layer mask for that layer. Then let's go back to my layer and do a little, there we go, a little drawing on it. There we go. And there we go. Okay, that's not really on the center. Okay, let's take off that thing and put it somewhere in a little bit more centered on that. I probably should have, the circle, what? I can duplicate my circle layer above it, clear the layer style, so I can use this as a guide, and then take the opacity down. Okay, so I can make sure that I'm going on the center. And then go like this. Oh, and I need to make, yeah, I'm on the right one. Okay, I'm on the right layer. So let's paint on there. There we go. And then let's turn that off. Okay, it's not perfect, but it is good enough. All right. And let's make a new layer. Let's paste that last layer style, which is like accents light. And then I actually had I trimmed those other layers with, I trimmed those other layers with the simple brush 34, like that. but it was very small, like something like this, which that will do okay. I could make it like a red trim just to be crazy, like a color accents darkest. That's pretty. Okay, let's do that for just changing. And I think, okay, to make a perfect circle, let's go to my circle. I'm gonna hit, no, I'm just gonna have to freehand this, I guess. Hold on. Oh, I could actually stroke the shape. Okay, haven't done this in a minute, so I'm gonna have to like actually remember that. So I have to go to my circle, make a shape, okay? And then I have to go to my paths, make a work path. And now that I have the work path, I can go like, no, work path. Oh, is that the stroke one or this one? There we go. Oh, but you know what? Deselect. There's an also, it only strokes it on the inside, but there's a way to do it so that it goes the other direction. I can't be bothered right now, to be honest. So let me just cut this. I'm going to take my smoothing way up and try to freehand this on the circle. Okay, but you can stroke a path, but when it's like something like that, sometimes it will cut off your brush stroke and only show like the brush stroke on the outside or the inside. And I had figured out the right way to do it, but anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free. So I like the red. I'm just wondering if it should just be the classic. I think it's, maybe I'll just do the accents light. And don't worry that I'm like, okay, that works better. I can put some red in between here, but anyway, okay, we're just gonna go like that and go with it for right now. But that's good. Ooh, I can put a little star in each window. That would be quite cute. I think that would be nice. And I would need to do something on the trim here because that will be really pretty. Like some light trim. And then we're really coming together. I'll probably, I think once I get the main part of the thing, oh my gosh, and what time is it? Oh, it's 7:36. The France and Morocco are playing in 20 minutes, so I'm definitely not going to go past that. But yeah, I'm like loving how this is turning out. It's really fun. I love that. I love this set of brushes. I like need to use it more. I think it's quite cool. But yeah, maybe I'll do the outside of it tomorrow or later on tonight or something if I get a wild hair. Okay, so let's put some trim here because it needs some trim. And I'm tempted of like, okay, let's just find where we are here. Okay, there's that. Now let's make a new layer above it. And I'm tempted to use the accents light. I think it just looks nice. I'm using it a lot, but whatever. And kind of trim can we do here? Like, okay, it can't be too much because then it'll hide that completely. I don't know. Yeah, this is tricky. I don't want it. That's kind of nice. It's almost like, I'm tempted. Let's see. I'm tempted to take this and rather than it's like a plain thing, what I'm tempted to do is keep that layer style, but just do it as a brush. So let me just option, drag that group, okay? And then I'm gonna cut this. So I'm just gonna save that layer style and then maybe play with, oh, we likey. Okay, 39, yes. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I love that. Oh my gosh, it makes me happy. Okay, my brush smoothing is 100. I don't know why I'm not like doing straight lines, but okay, let me take my brush size down a little bit. Why do I love that? That's cute. Okay. Oh, and let's here. I'm going to duplicate this layer and keep these on separate sides. Let me know what you think if you like that or not. I like it. I liked that. It's really giving that raised. It's giving raised. It's giving whatever. even if I duplicate it, that's extra. But what I could do is do the raised and then put some little stars or something on it. Oh, so pretty. I'm happy. Okay, I'm like, that's the little things. Okay, so let me, I'll put accents, light or medium? Medium. Let's just see how it looks. I'm gonna just put some little accents in between there. And thank you, Gotta Leave. It's like, it's making me really happy today. I don't know why. I'm like, yay. Sometimes you don't know if it's going to turn out so good. Okay, I don't know if I... Yeah, it's a delicate balance between overdoing it, and I might just have to leave those. Might have to leave it like it is. Although I do kind of like, maybe like some little dots. Like that, but maybe in stars. Maybe that's too much. I am known to go too far. I'm really known to go too far. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. It's too much. Okay. All right, and then for these backgrounds here, actually they're not, I think, okay, what layer style is this? Raised dark? No. You know what? I'll just leave them. I was thinking it was, oh, maybe it's like, oh no, not raised. Main dark. Okay, I'm gonna turn it to, I like that a little bit darker, so I'm gonna turn this to main dark for darker backgrounds. Okay, that's fine. Okay, perfect. And let's see here. Oh, what did I have? I turned off that layer that was like the accents. No, oof. See, that's too much. Those little, like, it had something going on here. I guess I could put like a little something going up. I thought I named that. This layer, layer things. Oh, accents. These ones. Okay. Let me put that on red. Okay. Well, I like the idea of a little star here, maybe a little like vine. Okay, it could use some little accents like that too, just to fill in that space. Extra, extra. Okay, we're gonna be like wrapping this up soon. Today's stream, don't worry, but I really enjoyed this, like, even as a little bit longer, I really liked it. Okay, so I do like the idea of like putting a couple things there, but it could be crowded. Okay, let's make a new layer. Do I have a heart somewhere? I do have a heart brush somewhere. But wouldn't have, oh, I can just draw it. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. Fresh from the oven. Let's go with red colored darkest. Yeah, I think it might need to be accent. Can you? Okay. Oh, now I've got my smoothing way up. Let's put a little heart here. It's too big. Oh, I could use my stinking. Oh, it's kind of cute that it's like wonky. Makes it look more handmade. Okay, but it might be better off in the accent color accents darkest. I don't know, color darkest for dark backgrounds. Okay, I could just play with the layer style a little bit. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. Okay, and I could put a little like frosting or something on the sides, but it's pretty good. I might just manually adjust the bevel a little bit. The hard light, no, that's good. Maybe the size. Oh no, I would like it softer. No, it is already softened. Oh, maybe it's the depth. Okay, depth. Maybe not. cancel. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go like this. Colored darkest. Colored, wait, colored darkest for dark backgrounds. There we go, a little softer. Okay, it feels raised, so we're fine. And then let's put a little, some little like, oh, what did it have before? It had like a little, oh, vine, which I'd actually have some vine brushes, which are in a different one. That's in actually a thought too. I could use, but let's try this one. Okay, wait, let's make a new layer. Okay, new layer. Let's make raised. No, we're gonna have accents. Low. Oh, sometimes it'll be easier to go here. Accents, light style. Okay. Well, that's kind of the same thing. I like that. Plus it matches the doorway, so. But not too, I'm gonna make it not too long. I'll take the smoothing up, kind of do like that a little bit. Okay, oh, that's enough, that's enough. Okay, like I can move that. Okay, pretty. And rather than draw it again, I can duplicate that layer, edit, transform, flip horizontal, and come over here. Okay, we're happy. And I could just put a little star or something in there just to do that. So I'm just gonna duplicate that layer, cut that, and then I'm gonna go grab a little star somewhere. Maybe on my little starry brush strokes here. Or like, maybe it doesn't have enough room for anything up there now that I'm looking at it. I was trying to think of something like small for up here. Maybe just a little red dot to match this one. Oh, some red. Okay, I like that. I'm wondering if I should add a, that's pretty. Just kind of like a little something to add on. I like it. Yeah, it's like every little inch of this is covered. Oh, you know what? I like it. And I can, even it's a little bit, I could probably play with the bevel a little bit more, but whatever. It's good enough. And what else could I add? Okay. One thing I definitely would add to the top to add a little bit of like magic is like what I added like here, adding a little bit of this. That's funny. This one I really liked and I liked how it turned out, but I think I'm liking this one more. It feels good. Okay, let's go up here to my top of my thing. I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna make white frosting delicate, and I'm gonna do the same thing like I did on the trees. I'm going to take the Starry 22 brush from my Starry collection and maybe do, yeah, like a little bit of, and I don't need to do it like everywhere, but like that. I think that's cool. And then maybe above the chimney, that's maybe just a little bit here and there. That's pretty. And I can even go into the trees and adjust it, but by golly, I can't believe I sat here I actually like finished it or whatever, pretty finished it. But now I can, I think that will be enough for now. I don't want to do overload, but we did a pretty good job. Now I'm kind of like wondering, because I had just leave these little accents here, that maybe I should take my brush, but you know what? No, it's good. So we've got the main thing, and then the next, and maybe a little bit later on, I don't know if it's going to be my next stream or whatever, I can do the background of it, part 2. But let's look and see where we've gotten. So we started off with Oh, you know what? Let me just show you. Where's my desktop? Okay, so Photoshop. This is what we started off with, but it, you know, the free Adobe Stock Vector, and it gave us a really great jumping off point. And now we are here. So we went from here to here. But I love using that for a guide. That was like, you know, I didn't have to come up with the layout myself. And so that was such a great jumping off point. But I think that we did a lovely job. And then also, let me make a new layer. Wait, raised, dark. So like maybe on the next stream, then I can make some like in the background, make some swirls, raised, you know, like some beautiful swirls, and just add some, you know, work on the composition a little bit, do all those kind of fun things so we can play around with the rest of the space. But I think that this was a good start. And then, of course, always message me anytime if you have any questions or whatever. But just in case that you guys were like, didn't tune in from the beginning, we used a free Adobe stock. This was totally free. Do not sleep on Adobe free stock. It's awesome. They have tons. And then I used my fresh from the oven gingerbread styles. So I've done all the heavy lifting for you, so you can just like point and click and do that. So you can get them on my website, Creators Couture. And also, what else was I going to say? Actually, I think till the end of the month, if I'm going to, most of the people that are my members already have all my products, but just in case, you know, have Behance subscribers, it's $10 a month. So you can, and it just, you have a huge resource library, so monstrous. But if you want to join now, I'm going to go ahead and after the stream, when it's processing, I will add my demo file. And I'm going to go ahead and add those gingerbread fresh from the oven layer styles, that whole kit for you guys. So that's for my Behance subscribers. So I'll have that in there. But that kit will only be available to the end of the month because that's like a special thing. But anyway, as long as you have this, you know, you can have those styles and you have like all the different layer styles if you want to make gingerbread things. And the thing is it's not just good for just the holidays, because you can do, oops. Oh, thanks for letting me know, David. Maybe you guys can just get my audio. Hey, thank you so much for letting me know on the buffering. Hopefully you can still hear my voice, but just go to my web. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you can become a Behance subscriber, all that stuff. Visit my website. I'm going to roll through the buffering for just a minute so that I can try to like say goodbye properly. And yeah. Oh, let me just type in to you guys. Thanks for letting me know. I'm just going to write it out a sec. Okay. Okay, my voice is fine. All right. Well, the main thing is that I just wanted to like let you guys know what's up. I'll be streaming tomorrow. You can visit my webcom. And we did it was the internet was 3 minutes. That is just, you kind of have to like write it out or whatever. And okay, buffering again. All right, to pop off. Thanks so much for following along. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna just check the what time I stream. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. Okay, 11:45 a.m. Eastern time, but feel free to subscribe to my Google Calendar. So, and then you can get notified or whatever on my website. Okay, my voice is not clear now, so I guess the internet is like telling me that I am done. I am going to get off and be done with it. So yeah, we are donezos. But thank you guys so much, everybody who showed up and followed along. It was really fun. Okay. All right, we are going to peace out. All right. So, oh, it's almost done. I'm back. Okay, I just wanted to say goodbye. Thanks for everybody who hangs out with me. Oh, okay, good. All right. Anyway, it was just like it was so close. My internet's so close to being there for me. It's crazy, but anyway, I'll have the fresh from the oven layer styles and then the demo files and everything for subscribers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you on my next stream, and enjoy the next World Cup match because it's starting soon. So 5 minutes, and I'm curious to see what everybody's rooting for. I'm torn because I always root for France, although I was totally rooting from Croatia yesterday. That was super sad to watch the match here, and everybody was absolutely heartbroken. I usually root for France, but Morocco is such an underdog that is just absolutely, absolutely exciting, you know? Okay, wait, no, that's for, today's Tuesday, right? Is today Wednesday or Tuesday? I have no sense of time. It's so crazy. Okay, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm peacing out. Okay, I gotta go.